there's a myth that you need to keep on changing up your routine constantly in order to see changes, growth, development in your muscle size, your muscle tone. And I'm here to tell you that's just a myth. And a change in exercise can often breed soreness in individuals. People often think that, if I do something different, I get sore, therefore I must be making progress, right? Or I need to be sore to know I did something. And that's a lot of bunk. I mean, it's a lot of BS. It was made popular by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was kind of like the godfather of bodybuilding. I mean, a lot of people kind of led up to Arnold. There's been a lot of people since, but he was the man, and he came up with a lot of different theories. And as I've long said, there's a difference between science and bro science, gym science. Now, I'm here to tell you the gym science behind it, not the GYM science, where a lot of guys and girls will try things, see how it responds, but it's all subjective. And we know through different research studies, you can't feel anything. And if you can't feel anything, subjective is like looking in the mirror every day and seeing if you are making any type of changes. You're not going to unless you somehow quantify it with some type of scan, some type of metrics. Why exactly does adaptation happen in the first place? Well, it's really about central nervous system and determining and figuring out what are your needs. What movements are you trying to do that you're going to do again and again and again? So your central nervous system, your brain, your spinal cord, is going to talk to the different muscles. It's going to talk to the different joints, more specifically, to get these movements down appropriately. That's why you'll see a basketball player who should shoot hundreds of free throws every single day, hundreds of jump shots every single day, in order to perfect that movement. Well, it's the same thing when you're moving weight resistance, whether it's ARX, whether it's bands, whether you're using dumbbells, picking up laundry baskets, whatever it may be. Your body needs to adapt. Now, what would happen if you went to school and you took one class? Say you went to the opening day of class, you got your syllabus, and you left. You wouldn't be ready for that final exam at the end of the year. There was zero repetition that went on there. There was zero learning. There was zero participation. There was zero feedback in the loop that causes you to learn and understand something. Well, your body is the same way. It needs to learn and understand something. And until it actually does that, it's not able to grow and develop properly. If you're doing a bench press, you should be doing a bench press to get that movement down. The changes in your body are a result of that movement. I mean, let's face it, if you really want changes in the body, go to a plastic surgeon, let them cut your chest open, put some implants in, cut your arms open, put some implants in, you get some instant changes like that. I mean, as we all know, these changes are not instant. They take time. If you can lift, say, 100 pounds for 10 reps, you come back next week and you lift 100 pounds for 11 reps. Well, guess what? There's growth and progress here. You are building that bridge of skill. It's a big deal. Now, what if you went and did that bench press today and you didn't do it again for 4 or 5 weeks? Well, you're not going to be able to lift more on that bench press anymore. And if without lifting more on that bench press, you're not going to have that overload on muscles anymore. Why do people change things up then so much? Why do people change the routines like almost daily? Lack of knowledge and understanding, obviously, of exercise physiology, exercise science, kinesiology. There's no skill development that's going on here. What happens a lot, oftentimes, is one, there's misnomers, so people think they have to in the first place. I see trainers do it all the time, and that's why I totally don't want to be called a trainer, don't want to associate myself with being a trainer. And I'm not saying all trainers are bad out there. I'm saying that don't ever, well, first of all, you always have to have a program for your clients drawn out, not just, what am I going to do today? Oh, today let's do jumps. Tomorrow let's do one-legged. Let's do flips the next day. I mean, whatever it may be. it seems to constantly change up. Now, people seem to like that, but again, you're not building that skill development in order to improve the movement, which improves the tone, which improves your entire appearance. A lot of people need to be entertained. They get bored so quickly. I'm tired of doing the ARX. Now, okay, you're tired of doing the ARX, but it works. You quantify each and every time coming back for more and more and more. I mean, years later, from when I first started using the ARX to today, I am light years ahead of where I started. I mean, not even close to where I started, in a very positive way. And I've been sticking with that and the same basic exercises for many years now. If you want to do something that is skill-based, I want to do obstacles. You got to practice those obstacles. But if you're just looking for general strength, overall changes, positive changes in muscle tone, bone strength, flexibility, you got to work on the same things. Get those things down before you can ever move on. I preach all the time with the little leaguers that I'm coaching now. First, you got to get the foundation right. We got to get the feet. How far away are we spreading those feet? Position the feet right. Position yourself from the plate right. Without that, we're not going to even focus on what we're doing with the upper body, the hands, the shoulders, how you get the hands through the zone and strike the inside of the ball. How can you do that without a proper foundation? Same thing here. You need a proper foundation. You need to work on the same skills each and every time. Stop going after and listening to what gurus are saying, because they're not gurus if they're giving you false information. If you got questions, ask. Leave comments below. I will personally get to them. As always, be a better version of yourself. Mad Scientist. Live functionized.